Hello and welcome to my channel. This is actually the first time I've ever tried to do a live stream on, well, almost at Facebook, but we're on YouTube. um, so I am going to be unboxing and showing what came in my January 2022 album retreat kit from Close to My Heart. Now they are doing the retreat this weekend where starting today, you join for live videos and you craft along with them. But I had to work today and I did not get off work in time to start with them. So I figure instead of trying to catch up and be rushed, I will do the album kit later when they do a replay. And today I will just walk through what I got in my kit, just in case anybody else out there is thinking about buying the kit, kind of on the fence. You don't really know what's included. We'll go through and we'll look at everything that's included in the kit together. So I'm going to open this up. And first I'll give you an overview of what's inside and then we'll go through bag by bag. So there is this big bag full of all sorts of stuff. We will go through these pieces individually a little later. And then there are all of these little bags, and each bag is one of your pages that you're going to be putting together. Somehow I already got cat fur on mine, which is pretty typical for me. So there should be 11 in here. I think this was an 11-page kit. So each one of these is supplies for the page that you're going to put together. And most of these strips and stuff are pre-cut. So that makes it a little quicker, but it looks like this is going to take quite a while to put together. Not only is there a lot of pages here, but just from a little bit of the video I watched on Facebook, they use a lot of different techniques and they teach you a lot of stuff, a lot of how-to with these. So it is going to be pretty time consuming. And I tried to watch a little bit of the video, and I kind of figured there's no way I would be able to catch up with what I missed from having to work and then the speed at which, she has everything prepped and ready to go and she has somebody there helping her. I don't think I'd be able to put stuff together at the same speed she does. So I'll do it at my own speed when they post the videos where you can go back and watch. And that's the other thing. If you decide today that you want to buy the kit, you like what's in it, they have a private Facebook group you join with your order number, and you can watch the videos whenever you want, so you're not missing out. It's a really thick paper. I like that paper. I like this yellow. Another one with a pre-cut shimmer tape there. That looks like watercolor paper. That should be interesting. Another one where they've got little pre-cut strips. And actually quite a bit in each of these pages. These little bags. It's hard to tell, but there's quite a bit of paper that is cut for you that you'll be using. So there's a good amount of product in this kit. It is expensive. I believe it's around $250 before shipping and tax. So it is not cheap, but there's a lot of stuff in there. And this is the new Sawyer paper right here. And this looks like the mix-ins. So you get a lot of stuff. And it's all the new paper lines that just came out too. So it's not like you're working on something from last year. This is their fresh and current products too. There is just a remarkable amount of stuff in each one of these little kits. It's hard to tell, but this looks like it's numbers in there. You got some circles, some trim pieces. I do like the colors. It matches the Sawyer color scheme for the most part. I do like the colors included in this. And there is a lot of stuff in these packets. There's a surprising amount. I mean, it doesn't look like a ton because it's all pre-cut. So it's not like you're sitting on a ream of paper. But there is a lot of pieces in each one of these. So put these back. So much stuff in that one. So it does look like it is going to take quite a while to put this together. When I was watching the video on Facebook, the live, this is the page I think she was working on. So we're going to put that on top so I can find it later. So yeah, I am very pleasantly surprised with how much stuff came in with this. Okay, so we got our page kits for the most part all back in the box here. Actually, let's count how many there were. I forgot to count them. Let's see how many. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total page kits it came with. And that's with the stuff pre-cut. So I'm going to move this over and then we're going to look in our big bag of stuff. So this is a really big bag of stuff. And we're going to take some of this out and we're going to leave some of this in here because I don't think we need to look at each of the page protectors individually. We'll be okay not doing that. But let's pull that out. So here it does come with the page protectors. Now, I will say that for how much this cost, being that was, I want to say $250, I think they could have included an album. That is one of my criticisms for this review is with the price point of this, they could have included an album. But at least they gave you the page protectors to put in an album you already own. Or I guess you could buy an album at the same time, add another $25, $30 on top of your $250 purchase. I'm sure they enjoy extra sales, but I think they should have included an album for this cost. Okay, what should we look at first here? We've got this whole pile of stuff. Now let's look at something boring first. These are our photo placeholders, and I do like these. So what I like about them most is I'm the type where I like to put my scrapbooks together and then I go back later and add the pictures. Because if I try to do pictures at the same time that I'm scrapbooking, I would never finish anything at all. It would take me way too long. So, you do if this is your scrapbook page, you put these, look at that, more cat hair. I don't know how the cat hair got here. Yeah, where you'd want your photos. And then later you need to go back and put your 4x6 photo on. And I like how it tells you what size photo you need. That is very handy. And then my corner got bent on that one. With these, it's kind of nice that if you see one side, it's printed in that orientation. This orientation on this side. So you're not stuck with a bunch in one orientation or the other. Each one goes either way for how you're going to place your photos. So they gave you enough of these photo placeholders for your entire album kit, which is nice because people like me, we like to go back and put our pictures on later, and we don't have to remember what size photo it was because it's printed right on those little photo placeholders. And then next we'll look at this because it's taking up a lot of space on my desk. So this is a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. This is the Sawyer sticker sheet. So this is the current one that just came out. I love the colors used in the Sawyer line. So pretty. The Sundance is one of my favorites. It uses Harbor. Oh, I just love this color so much. It is such a pretty color. So you get the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. This is the same one you would get if you bought the paper pad and sticker sheet. And these are the thick cardstock stickers. So those are very, very nice. And then next, there are two exclusive, I say that with a little bit of sarcasm, two exclusive stamp sets that you can only get with this kit. Can't buy it anywhere else, is what they say. Yeah, they're okay. I'm not much of a flower person, but I'm sure from what I've seen, we're going to use the heck out of these flowers, make a lot of flowers. This one has some sentiments and stuff that'll probably be useful outside of the kit. So some things never change. Not sure how much I'll use that, but I could see using these little stars. The dotted line will be nice to have. I like the little sparkle. Some of these little sentiments might get used. The big heart, that's cute, solid color heart. The dragonfly, that's not usually my type of art, but it does coordinate nicely with the Sawyer stuff. So if we look at the butterfly for Sawyer and the dragonfly, I'm not sure they have a dragonfly stamp for Sawyer that you can get anywhere else. I'll have to look later, but I don't think you can get this stamp or anything that looks like it anywhere else. So if you really like the Sawyer stuff and you really like the Sawyer butterflies, you now have a stamp that coordinates with it, which is nice. And here's the other side. I like the border. This border could be interesting. Not sure I would use this one. That looks like something you would find in an adult store that we're not going to discuss here because that is not family friendly. But I could see myself using the hello. I'm not sure what happens. Some things never change. I'm not sure if I would use happen by itself anywhere. That's an interesting choice for a stamp because outside of this kit, what are you going to use that with? I mean, I guess you could put the little memories happen. But yeah, I don't see very much use for that stamp outside this kit. It's an interesting choice. Huh. These textured circles are kind of fun. Might be able to use that elsewhere. I like the font the hello is written in. The photo corner is kind of cute. I could see myself using that one. Don't think I'll use happen. I don't really use little speech bubbles very much. I just always feel out of place. The flowers, not really my style, but it does coordinate nicely with the Sawyer stuff. So who knows? Maybe I'd get use from that somewhere. I still don't understand what you could use that with. You'd have to really dig into your stash and find different words. Happen. I don't know. I mean, if it was like happened, you could say this happened. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. We're going to move on. We're not going to dwell on it. I like that this was awesome. That's kind of a nice little stamp to have. So overall, I mean, it's nice that you got two stamp sets with the kit. That's kind of cool. And this, build a flower. Definitely be building some flowers with it. Yep. So that's the two stamp sets. It came with the kit. It came with black shimmer trim. I wonder how much of this we'll be using. Maybe we'll have some left. It came with a single flip flap, which seems like just a single flip flap. Might be a little out of place. No idea how they use it. It's just interesting that they include a single flip flap. And they included this 3D foam tape used to pop stuff up. The black and white dots. These little bitty sparkles. Stuff like this drives me crazy. I always have trouble getting this to where I want it, off the sticker sheet and where I want it. I always drive myself nuts with the itty bitty little things like that. But they are pretty. Then we got these gold glitter gems. I do like the glitter gems. Those are pretty. It came with this embellishing thread, gold, nice and bright. It came with this folder full of acrylic letters and some flowers and some wooden pieces that we'll be using. So I like when there's different types of textures and materials used. I think that always makes it a little more fun. And then we have the stencil. Not sure how easy that is to see, but I do like the stencil a lot. I like the hearts. I like these little, I don't know what you would call those little dots, I guess. I like this pattern here. We've got another bead-like pattern. This one's not as bad though. This one looks more like circles. But yeah, I think the stencil is going to be fun. I could see myself using the stencil outside of the kit too. So when it comes to the reusable stuff you got, the stuff that you're going to keep and put in your stash, you've got 3 reusable things in with this kit. The 2 stamp sets and the stencil. So we're going to put this away, and then we'll take a minute and we'll look through the instructions at the type of stuff that we're going to make with the kit. Just slide all this back in here. Be nice and cozy. It'll be ready to go when it's time to use it. I'm really excited to learn some new techniques because it looks like they teach you new ways to do stuff. And when you follow their videos that they post, it's always interesting to see how they do the stamping, how they do the stencil. You learn some tips and tricks for when you're working on your own. So now, doing this, everything on my camera looks reversed. I don't know how to fix that, so this is just going to be weird until we're done with the stream. But they did not include the printed instructions. I had to print my own instructions, and I think I have 20 pages here. That's a lot of paper. It really is. Actually, I have 20 pages here. Oops. And then we have another 10 pages here. So it was like 30 pages total. And for $250, I think they could have included an instruction kit. I really think they could have included the instructions. That kind of irritates me that they did not. That's my other criticism. My other large criticism is, come on, include the instructions. So again, it's going to look weird because my camera looks reversed. I don't know why. But it gives you a list of what they gave you. So that's everything that was in there. And then your additional materials needed. And one thing that kind of irritated me on this additional list is there's a stamp set that they tell you to buy. I really would have preferred, again, for $250, include all the stamps I need. So that I found a little irritable. Well, it made me irritable. I found it irritating, but it is what it is. So nothing too crazy. They want you to buy a bunch of their ink colors. They want you to buy their watercolor paints. Whatever. They included a color wheel in the instructions. What I do like is with this stamp reference, so when they tell you to use your solid circle stamp, it's labeled on here so you know, oh, okay, that's my solid circle. So I think that makes it a little easier to figure out which stamp you need to be using when. So what do they call? Oh, they call that, the beads are the wavy border, just FYI. Very interesting. So then they give you, excuse me, instructions for each page kit, each layout. And these are written instructions. I've done a bunch of the card kits where I follow just the written instructions and I get my stuff put together just fine. But I do think watching her video, it makes it easier to get this stuff put together. It really does. So the majority of what I printed out is the written instructions. We're going to skip by these. So we don't need to really look at these for each page. What we're going to do is we're going to skip to the end, and we're going to look at the layouts. So when I looked at the Facebook Live earlier, this is the page she was working on, and she was like doing these with the stencil, where she was taking the ink on a sponge and dabbing it in. And I was actually kind of amazed at how many little details there are in this kit. I did not realize how detailed each of these pages were. Oh, look, there's where you use your single flip flap on the first page. So it's then and now. That's kind of the theme for this album. We got Blast from the Past. And then as I look at these more, the more you realize, oh yeah, there is a lot of little fine details that you're going to be doing, which is time consuming, but then you also learn something, which is nice. I like the colors on this page. I think this one's a pretty one. This is Family Traditions. There's that stamp set they want you to buy. That's the stamp set. Very interesting. Some things never change. I'm not too crazy about those colors, I'll be honest. It doesn't seem to me, this doesn't seem that cohesive. When you look at the colors in these two pages, they just don't look like they go together to me in the same scrapbook. I mean, they're completely different colors. I don't know, maybe it's just me being too picky, but like this one, those are closer at least to this, but those are not close at all. And again, these are more the Sawyer colors versus that one page we saw where it was the Candid Moments. Back in my day. This will be interesting. I see some stamping there, some stenciling there. And there's some, I'm pretty sure this is purposeful. And it's like they dabbed the ink on there. You're going to stamp in a circle, a semicircle. That's going to be probably kind of frustrating, I bet. And this, I wonder how that works with your journaling tucked in there, because you can't really read that. And if you're putting this in a page protector, how are you going to get that out to read? I don't quite understand that one either. Here's an interesting idea where you take stuff from the year they got married versus now. I'll probably do this for my kids, so maybe I'll take stuff from one of the years when they were both little and compare when they were little to now. Should probably focus on one child, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Interesting. And this looks like there's like paint splatters over here. So I see more stamping in the borders. Here we've got more splattering. Interesting. Another one. The rainbow, kind of. Looks like it's going to be a lot of stenciling. And that's the end of it. Well, thank you for joining me for my unboxing and walkthrough. Hopefully it's helpful to somebody out there who might be debating whether they want to buy this kit or not. Went through everything that's in the kit, went through what the layouts are going to look like. When I actually finish my kit, I'll post another video where I review what I actually finished so we can see the finished product. And I'll talk about how long it took. We'll talk about how frustrating everything was at that point in time. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. If you want to buy a kit, I have included a link in the description. Well, thank you very much. Bye.